So should I talk or not yet?
So we should be live now, right?
Yeah? Everybody hears us? Okay.
Hey, and we're here.
Nice. Hello. Welcome everybody. And welcome to the first announcement of pre-alpha. We would like to thank you for joining us today. And before we start, we would like to introduce the team. Richard, you can start.
Hey guys, my name is Richard and I'm the PR manager and community manager.
Hey, I'm Andre, and I'm doing programming and other technical stuff.
Yeah, and I'm Thomas, and I do art and design. And so let's start the game. I'll do like a quick introduction for those that are not really familiar with the game. It's like a survival game placed on an island with active volcano. And basically the goal is to survive the eruptions and silence the volcano eventually. To do that, you have this drawship that works as a mobile factory. It has like full interior. You can set up production lines and all this stuff. The plan is to go mining, but we are going to set up some productions first so that things are being created while we are away. And yeah, basically the whole idea is that the base moves with you. So wherever you go, you can basically choose a new location, travel there, deploy the drawship, and start production in a whole new place. Like over here, there's this lava pool, which is basically like a place where rich ore spawns, and there's always a lot of materials around here. Like when the PvP is introduced, we believe that players will be fighting over this place. So let's do some mining. Like the icons are placeholders and stuff, but basically the idea is that the map contains many indicators of spawn locations. Like for example, this lava pool, you can see it from a distance. Like even this particle effect goes like high into the sky, so it's easy to find. And then you have these indicators, which are like little villages, and you are always sure that there's going to be some scrap metal around it. And all these things you can basically harvest, mine, and harvest and get some materials from it. Like right now, what you can do in the game is basically travel. You can produce items, you can upgrade the drawship, and there's also this little like quest that you can see in the left top corner, where we have to deactivate the enemy drawships. And once we manage to do it, we basically win the game. But it's not that easy because the map is quite big. So we first have to gather technology components, research them, upgrade the drawship, get to the caves, disable first drawship, and when the ship is upgraded enough, we can go to the next area. Okay, so now we have some material, and we are going to increase the production. Basically, you can see these modules. They work as, let's say, what's it call it? Units that do the work. The more of them you have, the faster the work goes, but they wouldn't work without these input points. These basically assign the work to the modules, and you can have many of them. I'll show you. You can have, where is it? I'll place more refinery control stations. You can assign unlimited amount for the production, and now when I place material inside, you can see that it automatically, it should be, oh, no, that's strange. Okay, let's start production of this thing. So now all three refineries are basically producing the same item. We tried to design this drawship as a factory, so you can basically set up a lot of layouts. You can produce in different lines. You can be doing research in the same time as production of the core materials and components. And as you can see, you don't have to actually be there when the thing is being produced. You can just set up the production line and move away. As you can see, the modules clearly do some work. You can see it from the distance. And the whole idea is that you can like set up the lines, walk away, and then you can just check from the distance if the production is still running or not. Because if there's no energy or let's say no material, the modules will just like turn black and you see that something is wrong. So let's do some building. This is like the bigger part of the draw ship where you can do, let's say, extra floors. I'm going to build an extra floor here. The idea is that the draw ship is basically like a set of several, let's say, building systems, and they have different rules and let's say usage. You have these walls that can be placed only into these frames, then floors, and then you have modules that can be always placed either on the side. They have different sizes, or you can also go. You can also go up here and place top modules as well. You can open them from the inside. There's some door here. Oh, there's probably a door there. This. Again, we're going to open them. And let's check how it looks from the distance. It's making energy now. And let's show you another trick. The idea is that basically the draw ship has stats and components, and basically you have to be sure to check the energy levels, balance, and all that stuff to ensure that you don't hit the zero on energy. Otherwise, the production stops, and you have to charge the draw ship before anything else can be produced. For that, we have these, let's say, state savers. As you can see, you can use them to quickly deploy or close modules that you don't need. You can have, let's say, layout for production, layout for research, and basically you can set up any kind of layout. You can use, you can create specialized layouts or layouts for, let's say, more general use. As you can see, the screen sometimes shake, and the thing is that the volcano is about to erupt. We are actually waiting for the correct time to show you the cool blast and everything. And right now, if you actually stay outside and you will be ignoring the sirens and everything, then the game is over for you. So you really have to be careful to check what is happening. When the draw ship starts a siren, you really should run and hide underground. Yeah, now you can see it's a little bit shaking. And the thing is that you can do stuff even underground. You can look into the inventory, you can plan new productions, and it's not like that if you're underground there's nothing you can do. Let's place more objects. And yeah, we should be pretty much close to the ideal time to escape. Alright, let's click the save button. That's the fastest and safest way to hide. Everything packs, the draw ship is on its way. At any point you can decide to skip this animation. So if you see it for like 100 times, yeah, it exploded. Basically, if you would stay on the surface, you would be dead by now. And if you're curious what is going on, you can always use this periscope. Yeah, and the island basically switched into the afterblast state. Everything is covered in dust. Let's find a different spot and travel there for 5. Right now we are going to select a new landing site and travel to that location. This is basically all the landing sites you can decide to go to, so you are not limited to one place. If you mine all materials in this area, you can just move somewhere else and basically take everything with you. The color triangles represent technology components that need to be gathered in order to upgrade the draw ship. So yeah, we already made it there. Right now there's dust everywhere, but as the time goes, the dust will disappear and you'll see more and more things happen. The lava pool is active. We really try to make sure that each state is really different. So the nature changed shape, a lot of particle effects, there's lava everywhere. Check it out. This is also the time when new ore deposits spawn, especially around the lava pools. So when the eruption happens, it's the ideal time to actually run for new resources. When the NPCs are implemented or the PvP is done, this is the time when it should be more likely to run here. We're going to check the lava sources. Those are basically like smaller volcanoes around the main one, and they hold one of the objectives. Before moving to other areas, you should always visit the lava source and disable the dropship in there. As I said, it's like a smaller volcano. Oops. Okay, I got stuck. Alright. And we didn't save the game. So I guess we'll have to restart then. Well, we were about to visit the cave anyway. So let's see how it looks inside the cave. So let's climb up and check. It's the landing site 11. Set the coordinates and go. Again, the same animation. The amount of animation also depends on what modules you have deployed, but you don't really have to care about that. Once the dropship is on the move, everything automatically folds and you're good to go. So skip it. And as I said, during the traveling, you can basically access, let's say, this workstation. And if you have items with you, which I don't at this current moment. Yeah, we don't have any ingots, so I can't create anything right now. But if I had basic copper ingots, I could create these materials and let's say add more devices into the interior and do something while I'm waiting for the dropship to arrive. As you can see, everything is not fake. You're actually traveling inside the dropship. Yeah, now we are approaching the cave itself. It should be more dangerous in the future. We are thinking of features like heat and stuff like that, so that you really go into the cave equipped with proper devices and stuff and don't really spend that much time than you have to. But right now it's more of a visual thing. At the back you can actually see, let's use the periscope. At the back you can see the enemy dropship, which are the objectives that you have to take off in order to win the game. So let's go to the start again. And now would be place for, let's say, yeah, we would like to, yep, that's the thing, I have to wait. We implemented this send feedback option, and if you have any suggestions, problems, or ideas, or something that would be that you would like us to improve, or a bug, please use this thing and send it to us. It's gonna help us a great deal. We really want to make this game great, and your feedback is really valuable for us. So use it as much as possible. I promise we are gonna read it, and we will do our best to react to everything you write. So yeah, that's it. And our plans for the future. Like right now, a lot of stuff is still work in progress, but at this stage we would like to focus on the feedback from you and make sure the game is more or less polished and that you enjoy the gameplay. And then we would like to actually enter the early access and move on from there. The idea is that for the early access version we would like to implement the NPCs and actually make the experience for single player more interesting. There won't be any multiplayer yet, but it should be full game where you can explore, learn the mechanics. So once the multiplayer is in, you already know what to do and how to progress. The idea is that in the future you won't die permanently, you'll just lose the dropship, and it's better if the players know exactly what to do, because then losing a dropship is not so fast, and even if they do, they know exactly what to do to build a new one or get it back. Okay, so that's about for the future plans. And now questions.
Yeah,
Ray?
we're ready for questions from the chat. So if you have any questions, you can ask them. I have a question here about will it be released on Xbox later?
We actually try to design the game in a way that we are able to affect the performance a lot. There are features that can be tweaked in a way that I think it should be possible to meet the requirements for the consoles. Like even if you take the ship, we can decide how long the ship can be. For the PC, we plan that there's going to be up to 3 wagons, so you will have like 5 segments of the dropship. But for consoles, it could be just like 3. And the same applies for modules, the island size, and everything. So we would like to go for the console definitely.
Okay, next question is how much we will have to pay for the early access?
Well, we haven't decided yet, but it's probably going to be a price that is similar to other early access products, because we understand that it's a risk that people take when buying an early access game. So we are doing our best to actually prove that we mean it seriously, but still it's an early access, so it's going to be similar as other games.
There is a question about the map. Will it be live? Will you see where are you on the map in the future?
Yeah, we plan to implement this, but right now all the resources actually went into the dropship itself. For example, you didn't see any character right now, and that's because everything went into the dropship. We really tried to make sure it works well, that all the systems kind of cooperate, and that modules are working well, and all that is polished. And the other things will take place probably now.
Okay, one more. Will you play in a map with other players?
Yep. At this point, we focus on the single player, but we plan to implement more mods. One would be cooperation mode, where you can basically form crews, or every player can decide to have his own dropship. It's up to them. So it will be cooperation where everybody actually works towards the same goal to silence the volcano. And the third one would be PvP, where players could take side of the enemy race, which are basically, like, the lore of the game is that you as a human used to live on the island, and it used to be your home, but then one day basically the volcano became active, and you found out it's because of these called enemy or called robots that own these dropships, and they use the volcano as source of energy. So they are making it explode or erupt regularly, and all humans have to left. And in the PvP, you'll be able to join the enemy race or the humans, and the goal would be either to make the volcano explode completely or to silence it for good. So yeah, there will be probably a lot of dropship fighting and dropships lost and stuff like that. It should be PvP experience.
Okay, one last question. Will you open the game to Steam Workshop for modding and also customization like color or paint?
I think Yep, we plan to do it. We are still finding ways how to make it as easy as possible for players to mod the game, because, for example, the modules itself are quite complicated since they have so much animation, but we plan to prepare files that basically have dummy objects prepared and basic objects prepared, so that anybody who decides to make his own module has a chance to actually do it. And we also already support a little bit of modding when it comes to logos. I will load the game again and show you what we mean. Okay, yeah, right. New game. Basically, we are going to show you, but in some document, how to replace a picture file that you can have any picture you want in these places. So you can basically customize your draw ship. You can also have, let's say, these banners in the interior. Yeah, these like small ones. You can put them next to the door. And then you have these bigger ones. Yeah. So if you replace the file, you can have any picture you want in here. And that's like the first kind of modding that we thought would be cool for you, so that you can customize the draw ship the way you want, or actually at least a little bit for the start.
Okay, so that's all from the questions.
All right. So now, shall we release the pre-alpha?
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. There's one thing though. The tutorial is still in production. I'm sorry about that, but it's gonna be ready soon. So just hang in there. The traveling is pretty much fun already by itself, and all the systems and all the goals of the game will be covered in the tutorial. The pre-alpha will be available through Discord, but also if you signed up for this, or if you subscribed, you actually will get an email with link where you can directly download the game. Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to?
I think that's it. The game will be able to will be available for download soon. We are working on that right now, and in a few minutes. And I think that's it.
Yeah, so thank you for joining. We really hope that you will enjoy the game, and please send us the feedback, because we really need to know what you think about the game, if you like the systems and how it actually feels to play it. Because what we tried was that we focused on solving problems that current survival games have. And for example, the drawship itself was created to make sure that the player's property is saved. So if you are going to be playing a PvP, you'll be able to go underground and set the drawship into silence mode, and nobody can touch it. So basically, if you lose the drawship, it's gonna be when you are live and when you are doing something, and not that you went to sleep and then woke up and found out somebody looted everything and destroyed it.
Okay, guys. So that's it. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye.
See you. Bye.